Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Let me just... 1 second. Is my mic working? Okay, cool. All right. Had to double check. Let me... Okay. I had some issues before stream, so I just wanted to make sure that we are good. Don't you dare turn my microphone off, because I had to swap from the PlayStation. And I was like, wait, do I have everything plugged in? Is everything correct? Why is it not capturing? Making sure everything's working okay, but I think we're good. But hi everyone, how are you doing? How was your weekend? I hope you have been doing good. Tonight is the finale, the actual finale of ddlc, so we'll be wrapping up the side story content. And thanks, Notch. Oh my gosh, that was really fast. That was really fast. Yeah, but we'll be wrapping up the... It looks like Artemis looks like a frickin' Raichu. I love it.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Tylenose.
Hi, Okami.
How is you?
I'm all right. How are you?
A little sad. You want to know why?
Because we're at the end of the game.
That, that, and one other reason. I can't believe Team Capitalism beat us.
Ah, dang it. Yeah.
I can't believe capitalism won in Splatoon. There is no God.
I would have been okay if Fame won because, like, they were the underdogs, but why Team Money again?
It's more so the fact that, oh gosh, I will have to share the screenshots I took in the lobby, because immediately after the results, my lobby was, I don't know about if you saw yours, but my lobby was just flooded with memes.
Yeah.
And like there was one with Fry that was just eyeing the 0.9% that was everyone on Team Fame.
Yeah.
And I felt so terrible. But
like, there were still more people on Team Fame than Team Bigfoot, though.
Yeah, that's true. But more so, I'm only salty because most, like 80 to 90% of my matches were mirror matches. That's the only reason I'm salty.
I think it was a little better for me because, like, I think I had like maybe 70% mirror matches, at least in like tricolor, but it was still a lot.
That's where I was getting all my mirror matches, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think I actually had less mirror matches during Aliens Nessie Bigfoot.
Like, I didn't stop getting mirror matches until like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was like, where was everyone up until now?
Yeah, for me, it was just pure luck whether there was any mirror matches or not. Because it was like, sometimes I'd be lucky and like, oh, good, it's all 3 teams. And then the very next match would be right back to all team love.
I know. That's the only reason. I mean, good on them for winning. I am specifically just mad at the way the matchups were being done by you know, the servers. I was like, really?
Right.
Oh
yeah, like they've got to figure out a better way to do this.
Oh, Nacho, I'm sorry that happened. I feel bad. I mean, you won. If it's any consolation, congrats on winning.
Money getting rich and shells tonight.
Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, you know, the funny thing is you mentioned the pyramid scheme. Somebody in my lobby specifically said the same thing.
Well, that's because, like, Shiver literally said that.
Oh,
like, in
really?
her victory speech. In her victory speech, she literally starts talking about wanting to join pyramid schemes. Don't do that, everyone.
No, please, this is a disclaimer. Don't actually join pyramid schemes. They're not good.
If you're gonna join a pyramid scheme, join my pyramid scheme.
You don't have a pyramid scheme.
I do.
I wouldn't speak to you if you did.
It's called Dungeons and Dragons.
That's not a pyramid scheme.
It really is.
That is really not a pyramid scheme. Thank you, Tyler.
Pyramid scheme for all of your
Are you good? Okay. Pyramid cheese is bad. I mean, if it's a pyramid made of cheese, it's good.
Multi-sensible marketing. No, that's Cthulhu.
Darn it. Do I need to get Clara to come in here to explain all the evils of
Oh my gosh,
Pyramids?
it's the as featured in meal.
What? Oh, sorry. We're being lazy and doing McDonald's tonight. Hashtag not sponsored.
Go eat.
It's nothing. It's literally the same meal.
Oh, okay. I was just
But
gonna say,
instead
can
you
I just get a? I was gonna say, can I just do my usual?
The Big Mac.
Yeah.
Do you want it with or without sweet and sour sauce?
Without, I mean, unless they give it for my fries.
They give it for your fries.
Don't get in the Grimace shake.
I can't get the Grimace shake. They won't give it to me.
I want the Grimace
I
shake.
want the Grimace shake. It was so good.
Sweet and sour dipping sauce.
Yeah, sweet and sour is fine, just for my fries.
Nuggies.
Nuggies, actually, you know what? Yeah, Nacho's right. Let's get nuggies.
I want
Team
Grimmy.
Grub.
Let's get nuggies.
I am getting nuggies.
Okay.
For me.
Oh, can you change mine to nuggies? You know what? Point. What? Can you just ask them to put Big Mac sauce in a cup? What? I want to dip my nuggies in Big Mac sauce.
I don't know if I can ask them to do that.
Just ask them.
I'm ordering online.
And like pull up and be like, can I just get a cup of
Salami.
Big Mac sauce?
Okay, I pull up.
Can I get a cup of salami? Okay,
Remember,
I pull
the
up.
entirety of the Splatoon community is now homophobic.
God, that
What?
mean. So did you see those memes going around in the lobby? That
I
is
saw one person post it and I was confused.
because of Team Love loses. The capital.
Oh.
It was capitalism wins.
Okay, but
if-
rainbow capitalism.
Rainbow capitalism's fine.
Oh wait, Tylenol is in call with you. I forgot.
Yes, Tylenol is
Yes,
right here.
Tylenol, you're a nerd.
Hi, JT.
Love you, BB.
Love you, baby.
Oh, you too.
Boys.
Okay. Kami has been
You know what I'm
talking to
getting?
herself.
I'm not getting a normal drink
I
tonight.
was gonna say, why are you pointing at Cody, saying I know what I want? I'm like, you can't eat.
I'm
You
gonna
can't.
eat Cody.
You can't eat Cody.
It's only in Michigan, baby.
Cody?
Wow.
No.
I was gonna say, I'm
Cody
confused.
is-
Pure Michigan mix, baby.
Oh, from McDonald's?
Yeah.
What about that is Michigan?
It's blue
Link
and
is
yellow.
hot. I gotta say,
Okay.
Link is hot.
That
No, we're not. The cats are not. The cats are friends, not food.
I'll eat a cat.
You leave.
Oh,
I'm going to. I need to go check on Brie. So
Okay. Tylenol is a figment of Okami's imagination. So wait, has every hug I've gotten from Tylenol an imagination?
Yes.
yes.
I don't know, those felt pretty real.
You know what else feels real?
What?
The pain you feel whenever I tell you that Noah and Mio are never gonna.
Shut First of all, be quiet. People haven't finished the game here. Be quiet. Second of all, not. I can correct you right now.
I know for a fact they didn't hear me.
Okay.
Oh, I heard you.
I know
Oh,
exactly.
Tylenol's heard you.
Tylenol's heard me, but
What else is
Stream
real,
did not.
Nacho?
what else is real, Nacho? Other than the
Put
fact
that
that
trombone
Zelda,
away.
other than the fact that Zelda should have stayed a dragon.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Okay, y'all have had time to do that.
Okay, no, I
If you
know,
haven't
I
beaten the
know.
game,
I know, it's all over Twitter. I know, it's been more than a month, but
would you love me
if
if I was a worm?
It's the same thing I say to Ilya every day. The anime character I named my dog after.
Good old Nina Tucker.
You know what? You can go. You can go. I'm gonna lock the door on your way out.
Ooh,
No,
look what I have. You know what's even scarier?
What?
I have keys when you don't.
Gobblemon's been missing for over a year. This one's screaming from the living room. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wait, Nacho, are you serious? I don't believe you. I thought you only had one dog. I don't believe you. Wait, I thought you only had one dog. Have I been seeing two dogs this whole time? My world has been shook, apparently. No, not do you have not that you have a brother. I mean, I meant the dog. I meant your dog, because I thought you only had one dog. I'm so confused.
No, Nacho. I think Nacho means that their friend has the other dog.
Oh, your friend. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get it now. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset those are the names you decided on. I'm so upsetty.
I'm not.
I love your dogs, but I'm so sad. I love yours and your friend's dog. I love them both, but I'm upsetty. Oh my gosh. All right, we've been memeing for like the past what 10
2
minutes.
years.
Yeah, 2 years as these streams go. So, we will pick up where we left off. Did we unlock a side story? And
Aren't you
We
lactose
might
intolerant?
have.
This isn't
Let's see.
lactose. It's milk.
I can't remember now.
You're a fucking idiot.
Idiot.
Okay. So. Okay, you've unlocked 5 of them. So the sixth. Yeah, I think you still need to finish unlocking the 6th one.
Okay.
You could do the 5th one right now, but it's your call if you want to just unlock first.
I was gonna say I can't remember if we did reflection part 1.
We have not.
Okay, I thought we didn't, but I thought maybe I was also crazy. So let's unlock it first.
Okay. Let's hope that the saves did not delete themselves.
Hold on, you guys are gonna get an echo if I don't lower the volume on the TV.
Yeah, that was so loud I could hear it.
I am so sorry.
How dare you?
I forgot the volume was on here. Okay, it's turned off. I'm apologizing. I was playing Fuga on the PS4 and I needed volume. I think this is where we were.
Yeah, 1209 was ours.
I can never remember.
Okay, so somehow the saves survived this time.
As opposed to last time where the save just disappeared.
I don't know what happened. I checked the VOD. Nothing changed.
Why is my game specifically the one bugging out? Between the glitch you mentioned and then that one save file disappearing. I'm like legitimately freaked out that Monica actually has control of my Switch.
Because like the weirdest thing was it wasn't just your saves disappeared, because like when you started the game up again, it gave you the notification of like the initial content warning thing, which it only does the first time you play. So why?
Like I said, I'm concerned. I'm slightly concerned. So I don't know if we actually did this because I can't skip it. So
yeah, so this is probably new.
I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. Okami's going to discover she goes to play another game and Monica has fully infected. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm personally okay with that. And I'm also sad because, chat, I have no tea tonight.
No.
We're out of filtered water. So I literally didn't have enough to fill up a whole cup of tea. I am now upsetty. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Makoto in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Makoto. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. I know. I should have. The thing was, I didn't have time before stream to boil water.
Just get some boiled water and pour Nestle Crunch in it.
Wait, no. Okay, how about I just make some tea, get some, and then I'll dip it in the Nestle Crunch, but just not like with hot water. Give it another, like, I don't know, flavor. Oh my gosh. Let Monica infect P5.
Yes.
I mean, we still technically we're technically gonna have to. I feel like I don't know if I want to play Tactica on stream, and we really should do Royal at some point.
We should.
We really should. Doki Doki Friday Night Funky Club.
Yeah, the thing is, there is actually a mod for that, and it's shockingly good.
Oh my gosh, I kind of want to see this now.
Like, honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I think you've said before that, like, you aren't that great at rhythm games, and it's actually really hard, I would have suggested, like, doing a stream of it, because it's not super long, but it is a very good mod.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm really bad at rhythm games. I'm, like, not going to lie. Unless I actually, like, know the song, like, beforehand. And even then, I can't play on, like, expert mode or anything, so.
Me either. Like, I'm decent at rhythm games. I tried playing it, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't.
It's so hard. Sometimes it goes inhumanly fast. I'm like, how do you do this if you haven't memorized the exact layout?
Yeah. Plus what Chaos said, Friday Night Funkin' in general is just hard to begin with.
Oh, I know. I've seen like a Digimon versions of it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, can't do this. Nestle Crunch tea doesn't sound bad. I just don't want my tea to actually. You could probably do, like, I don't know, like the little poppers in your mouth and put that in the tea, but I don't like those. It's just like, I don't like any kind of candy that pops in your mouth. I really don't like it.
Oh gosh.
I don't know what it just gives me a headache. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. Is that Japanese Nestle Crunch? Is that like green tea flavor? Yeah, that is green tea flavor. See, that's what I love about Japan, because they do that with Kit Kats too. I mean, you know, we've had some on stream. I have some. Are these the I have some cheesecake Kit Kats from Japan right here, actually. Now I'm just kind of staring at them. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Makoto, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because... Hey, Crimson, welcome. Welcome. I am so sorry. Food is something that we talk about a lot here, unfortunately. It's always a topic every single stream. Milk tea? Ice cream? I never knew this was a thing. I need to try that brown sugar one.
I'm honestly not surprised.
Oh, I'm torn between the brown sugar and the cookie crunch cream cheese, because I love anything cream cheese flavored. Oh, and like just the brown sugar. Like my favorite oatmeal's brown sugar. So I'm like, I love both of those. Oh god. Thank you for the Mean Girls reference. Oh my god. That movie is such a gem. I love it. We should totally just stab Caesar! You know, Chaos, I was about to ban it. Would have been your fault. Thank you for that. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Oh gosh. Yeah. Yes, thank you for that. Nacho, this isn't Mean Girls Gym. Oh, no, it's health class. I'm sorry. I guess I'll never know what I missed on that first day of health class. Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say?
I guess that was pretty cool, but it's no snood.
Yuri lifts her head. Makoto, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go?
Salami.
Yeah.
Oh no, the toes are back.
Oh no! Herb, hi. How are you doing? Oh no. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Also, now my back hurts. It's like magic. Or it's called getting old. I'm not sure which. Makoto, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
A body has been discovered!
It's called old magic.
After a certain amount of
Nothing about getting
time,
old
which you
is
may
magic.
use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What do you mean get good, Herb? This is a visual novel. What am I supposed to get good at? Reading?
Making poems.
Yes. Well, that I could get better at that. You know what? You are right. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Oh, did we already do this part? No. Okay. Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or... Oh, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? You're right, I could get better at reading. I just messed up the voices. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It's only 8:48 at night. I am not laying down currently. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm going to bed before 9 o'clock at night.
Go to bed.
No! It is too early! When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Makoto.
Kamakura, yes, queen!
Thanks, Junko. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Makoto, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. See, again, the back pain. That's a theme tonight.
Just snap it like some Nestle Crunch and it'll be fine.
No, I don't think you're supposed to snap your back like that. I think that's how you go to the chiropractor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, only the chiropractor can actually do that safely.
Herb, if you mean since 2:30 in the morning, please get some sleep when you can. There you go. I can't stream from the bed. How am I supposed to reach everything? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? I always hunch over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture.
I still don't know if this guy was
Okay. that's why we should sit on the floor.
No.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. Darn it! Makoto's got Nestle Crunch!
Yes.
It's candy! It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit together against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position
Link is
as
hot.
last
I gotta
time,
say, Link is hot.
each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's no longer holding, that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
Oh no, 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 no.
What's no? That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Did we not do... I feel like we did this. Maybe I'm crazy.
It's a little similar to what happened in the second part of the game when everything was all
Okay.
messed up.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't have glasses. JT has glasses. I don't have glasses. Glasses make my vision all funky. Oh, TikTok ain't loading for me. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me try it again. Oh, there it goes. Was not loading the first time. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Hold on, is the music copyrighted? Let me double check.
This is what it takes.
Okay, no, I don't see anything
It's
copyrighted.
magic.
Okay, just making sure. I don't trust Twitch bonking me with DMCA. Okay, let me get it up. Let me get it up. Okay, let me see. No, that's Discord. I don't want that. No, I don't want Discord. What are you doing? No properties. My mouse is freaking out. Hi,
Gordon,
Gordon.
I bring soda.
Oh, thank you, Gordon.
Soda.
You're the best, Gordon.
Soda.
Excuse me?
Sippy.
Thank you.
Sippy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, JT.
What did you get? What is that?
It's the Pure Michigan thing.
Oh, how is...
It's blue raspberry Fanta and Sprite.
As we talk about food again. it's all that. I'm going to move this over here.
Gordon.
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 Gordon. Okay. Let me just... Okay.
He's stretchy.
He's stretchy, I know, but it's the way I have it right now.
Gordon.
Gordon. Hey, JT.
This
Gordon.
is what it takes to be a contortionist
Hey, Gordon.
for Cirque du
Oh,
Soleil.
Gordon.
Alexi Golobortko
Gordon.
is
To me
the
like
world's
that.
best contortionist.
I cannot
He's
do
one of the 45
that.
performers that travels with the Cirque
I'm
du
gonna need a
Soleil
muscle
show,
relaxant if I
Alexi's
attempt
genre
that.
is called dancing contortion, which incorporates
That is
elements
so
of rhythmic
amazing, though.
gymnastics, ballet, flexibility,
Will you leave?
hand balance, and modern dance.
Give me your...
To prepare for his
Oh,
role in
thank you.
Lucia, Alexi
I am
worked
a
with a
goblin.
choreographer for 6 months ahead of time
Watch
to
out,
bring his
Sid.
character
I
to
know.
life. Prior to the show, he warms up for about 40 to 45 minutes to keep his body limber and
You good?
loose.
No.
3 hours before he hits the stage, he completes his 45-minute makeup routine.
Like, I will say, that is, like, crazy, like, you got, like, crazy skills to do that. Like, the most I can do is maybe put one leg behind my head. And that's it. That's the extent of my stretching. I don't even know if I can do that anymore with my back. Wait, you could play the fan mod that is actually a dating sim of this game? Wait,
There are a couple.
I was gonna say, is it a dating sim within a dating sim?
Like, there's a couple mods out there that people have made that, like, just turn the game into a pure dating sim.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's really meta.
Yeah.
Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Makoto? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Monica! You can't just be like, okay! I am suddenly super aware of how not flexible I am. The thing was, the funny part was at least when I was in high school, and we had to do like those semesterly fitness test things. Of course, during the mile run, always dead last. During having to do crunches, I struggled. Crunches are terrible for me. I can do push-ups, but I'm still like not the fastest. But then came to the stretching, and suddenly that was the only thing I excelled at.
I mean, everyone's good at something.
Hey, I'm like, hey, you know what? I used to dance. That probably helped. Okay, everyone. Hold on, beeping. There you go. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Makoto, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay, I'm gonna start going through the poems again, and we can skip through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mile run was just the worst. I would just have music playing, like, discreetly in, like, my ear, because I would have my headphone, like, I'd have my, because they didn't technically allow us to do that, so I'd have my hair, like, you know, advantages of having longer hair. You can just sort of place it over your ears.
Yeah.
I'd only run for, like, the starting 2 blocks, so, like, my gym teacher could just see me running and not complain if I started walking, and then immediately start walking after that.
I was one of the stupid people who took it seriously, even though I wasn't very good at it. So by the time I was done, I was just dead.
See, I've never been tested for it, but JT says I should really see if I have exercise, like, induced asthma or something. Because, like, I would, like, my chest would get, like, really hot, and I would get, like awful, like, I just, like, can't, like, my breath does not even out for, like, a good solid, like, maybe, like, 5 minutes after I run.
Yeah, which is understandable. But just as long as you take care of yourself, like,
yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah, Sarah, growing up, that was a thing. That was a thing a lot of times at my grandparents', because that's where I spent a lot of my weekday when my mother was working, and my nanny didn't stop. She only stopped smoking cold turkey after my grandfather died, because they kind of figured the smoking kind of triggered the heart attack. She stopped cold turkey, but I had another family member that kept smoking, but they just limited it to the basement, thankfully. But yeah, growing up, it was like, that probably wrecked my lungs too.
Yeah, I can see that.
With the 0 endurance too. Okay, forgive us. We're just trying to speed through this.
It's fine.
I'm also sorry if you just hear my water bottle, like, making water bottle related noises. It's just the crunch. I swear it's not my back, it's my water bottle. Yes, yeah, same, Sarah. I feel like especially in the night, you know, if you were a 90s kid too, that was just kind of normalized, I think, back then. I don't even think restaurants had, like, non-smoking sections and things like that back then.
Well, I just noticed a second ago, did Natsuki actually not even bother showing her poem in this one? I thought that wasn't until the third time if you get all Yuri's.
Oh, I thought she just showed it to me. Maybe I'm crazy?
Did she? I thought that was Sayori's. Was I not paying attention? Maybe I blacked out.
Maybe I did too, because it's my fault, because I'm going through all the content we already did.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter or anything. I was just curious.
I was like, I'm more so paying to our conversations right now.
Yeah, because it's like you're not missing anything important. They're just talking about the poems.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, same here, Sarah.
Okay, I can't skip this. Is this important?
No, it's the same. It's just the same question from last time. And it's just,
okay.
Yeah, I think you just picked Natsuki last time, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Here we go. Let's make sure Akami doesn't mess up.
Yep, your last chance of getting a perfect poem.
Oh, she's gonna do it again.
Did you already mess up?
No.
I'm on delay.
No.
You messed. I just saw it.
No.
Load your save.
No.
We're not leaving here till you get a perfect poem.
That's it. We're never going home. Wait.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. That, like, I mean, I get they were trying, but like, just getting rid of it and getting rid of smoking entirely in restaurants was definitely the better decision.
Yeah, for sure. I'm being so careful.
Yeah, pretty much same here, Sarah. Like, I remember during my childhood and teenage years, there were just smoking sections for places still all over the place, and then it just stopped. Thankfully. I saw that.
No, I didn't do anything. That wasn't... You saw nothing. Okay. Look. Look.
Look.
Oh, hush. Oh, God. There we go. Okay, we're 8 out of 20. I can do this.
Since I'm on a delay, I can tell before I see when you get it wrong.
You just hear this sound and you're like, oh no, she did it.
The sound of pure despair.
I'm gonna start saving before some of these.
I actually don't remember if it like saves your progress partway through or just puts you all the way back at number 1 again.
I think it puts you at number 1.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm like pretty sure. Okay. You're a 90s kid in California had very strict non-smoking laws since forever. Honestly, that's just, again, like, I mean, you know, now that I think about it though, New York and California have very similar laws. But I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing when I was growing up, unless I'm crazy.
Nacho, the reason you're not on fire is because the fire transferred over to Hawaii and Canada.
Oh my gosh. Please, I saw pictures today while doing burb work of a bunch of kittens, black kittens that had to get moved from like one humane society to the next because of the fire. And I was just like, oh no, oh no, oh no, don't offer, don't do it. I couldn't because they're so far, but I'm like, if they were closer. No, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh well, as long as you just get another Yuri one in general, it's fine.
Yeah. I swear that one always makes me think it's Yuri, but it's Sayori, and it's always one that trips me up.
Yeah, it's just so weird because like so many of Yuri's words are so obvious, and then some of them are just like.
Some of them it's like, why Sayori? I'm like.
I guess it's the more depressing ones.
Like unrequited. Like I figured, hey, it's a fancy word too. That's usually Yuri.
I guess because like part of Sayori's thing is like she's worried about unrequited love.
Now I'm wondering if I'm okay. I have to redo this one. I feel like I got Sayori too many times.
Yeah. Also, effulgent was definitely a Yuri word. You should have gone for effulgent.
I can't believe I missed it.
It's like someone said. I saw someone say a while ago. If it looks like a word that no one has used in 200 years, Yuri uses it.
I know, but sometimes I panic. Like here, is it misfortune or unstable?
I'd say unstable.
Yeah, you were right. Frightening?
Since unstable, because unstable could relate back to how she was in the second part of the game.
Yeah. Okay, see, this is gonna trip me up. Okay, there we go. All right, we're almost halfway there. Inferno. We're gonna want to do contamination. We're halfway there. You know what I'm gonna do?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, what is this?
I mean, you could always, if you really want, you could always open up that home
I
cheat
know,
sheet.
I should have had it up beforehand. Covet, you think?
Maybe? That's the only one that really stands out to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we were good.
Okay.
Intellectual? I'm not falling for scars again, I know that's Sayori. Judgment? There we go.
I'm surprised Scars is Sayori. I really thought that would be Yuri.
Incapable? Graveyard. Oh, we might do it.
You're gonna lose on number 20.
Don't even. You're gonna jinx me. Unrestrained. Uncontrollable. Heaven sent. Or infallible. Infallible.
I'd probably say infallible. Heaven sent is probably Sayori.
That's what I ended up going.
Okay.
Climax. Okay, 2 more. Explode? Okay, last one. Oh no! Disarray. We did! Perfect!
Congratulations.
First try.
Nacho, there are literally no points for Monica in any of the words.
I wish there were.
Unfortunately.
So funny enough, I was working on you know how my birthday is only like a few weeks away. And
Yes.
I was looking for, like a good background for when I like post everything that we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna love it because it is ddlc.
Good.
It is all of them with a banner that says happy birthday with a cake and cupcakes.
Oh, I think I know what one you're talking about.
You know what? Hold on, I'll just send it to you. So
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah, let me see.
I want to see if it's the one that you're thinking of. Also, if crowd control is spelled wrong, I know JT pointed it out. If it says crow control, it's not
Crow control.
It does say crow control. Oh no, I fixed it. Originally, it said crow control. I tried. Okay. Control the crows. I meant to say crowd. I don't know why I said crow. I forgot to finish it. Oh man. Is that the same image you were thinking of?
It actually wasn't.
Oh wow, okay. I'm the last one. Oh, we already did all that. So it's unlocked, right? I think we can just go back?
Yeah, well, for now, hold on, sorry, I got tongue-tied.
You're good.
It should be unlocked, though, 2 things, just in case. One, I think there is still technically a sort of Yuri scene for this day that you can go through, like, Yeah, like right here. I think like when
Oh yeah, it's not
Sayori's
letting me
about to
skip.
leave- Yeah, when Sayori's about to leave, I think Yuri instead comes up to you and just talks to you about Sayori for a bit.
Okay.
And the other thing is like if you want to do it, since like the remaining side stories are not going to take the rest of stream because you still have 3 hours left to stream.
We have 2 hours, but
Well, 2 to 3 hours. Like
Yeah, 2
it's
to
like
3.
there's still that weekend scene. You never did the Natsuki one. You did the Yuri one, but
oh,
it's not
you're
required or
right.
anything. It's not
Okay.
required or anything, but it's like if you want to do it, you can do the Natsuki one.
Okay. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Makoto, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are...
The way you said that, it sounded like she said, the world is full of memeing. Which is also true.
I can't argue that. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Control the spice, control the unit. Spice must flow. Spice and wolf wear. Okay, everyone. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Would the spice still flow if I were a worm? Yes, Tylenose, the spice would still flow even if you were a worm.
Oh,
So-
don't skip through this. I think since you did 3 poems for Yuri, Yuri's poem is actually different this time.
Oh, okay, so read this dialogue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually completely different.
Okay, thank you. I thought I was about to spam through it.
The same thing happens with Natsuki too if you do 3 for her.
Okay. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Makoto, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot to stand and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Makoto. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Makoto. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way.
Salami.
Yeah.
Nacho,
Really?
is that salami bread?
Oh god, wait, hold on. Is it? It kinda looks good? I'm gonna try it. What are you talking about? I share my love for Nestle Crunch all the time here. I wouldn't have added that sound if I didn't.
True.
You cannot legally what chat went too fast, even if they'll eat you. Are we talking about that one cryptid sandworm from that one episode of Lost Tapes that emits the electricity through the sand? Man.
What?
Have you ever heard of that Animal Planet show that was just, that was around when we were like younger, called Lost Tapes, and it was like a found footage mockumentary style about different cryptids?
I don't think so.
There was a whole episode about the sandworm. The sandworms from Dune. So you say sandworms, and I think of Tremors. That's where my mind goes. Oh my gosh, that's it. We gotta watch Lost Tapes, Tylenose. Oh my gosh, I gotta show you the magic of the acting in Lost Tapes. The acting is just chef's kiss. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Okay, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows, closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds, he raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart. Teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you, and I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can,
Aren't you lactose intolerant?
This isn't lactose.
You can keep the milk.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yuri apologizes to anyone watching on mobile. I also apologize that the Twitch mobile app is poopy.
Gosh.
The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Whoever just used that card. That is actually true. They're poem holding. Tylenol, you just came up with a new term and I love it.
Yeah.
The poem is Nestle Crunch. No, is it a cake meme? But it's Nestle Crunch.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away.
Hey, Okami.
Yeah?
The play with me scene, but when Natsuki's neck snaps, the Nestle Crunch sound.
No! Oh yeah, she wouldn't even share it with us this time. She straight up was like, Baka.
Yeah.
She heard you say that.
What's this icky pink like goop? It's moving!
I hope your poem isn't like moving like the paint like goop in Mario Sunshine. There's issues then. Is this new? Because she's not letting me skip it.
Oh, she's just commenting on how you did 3 poems for Yuri. It's nothing important.
Okay. You said there was another scene after this we hadn't seen, right?
Yeah, that was, you saw it. You already saw it.
Oh, okay. So should I continue this or go back?
Only if you want to do the Natsuki weekend scene.
Oh, can we still do it on this playthrough?
Yeah, it'll be weird because you just did 3 Yuri days and then suddenly you switched to Natsuki.
Okay.
But I think the game still lets you do it.
If the game's gonna let me do it, yeah, because we did Yuri last time. And Sayori wasn't an option, right?
Yeah, which was also
okay.
funny because last time you did 2 Natsuki scenes and then suddenly you'd go switch over to Yuri anyway.
Like,
Hello, Tremor.
fine. Yuri, I think we've been spending a little too much time together. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Yo, what's up, Tremor? How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Huh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. Oh my god.
How? How?
Oh my gosh. Fun fact, Nightmare Before Christmas turns 30 years old this October. Oh my gosh, Trevor, you say that, and JT sent me this thing earlier for the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. It's coming back to theaters in a few days. So I'm really feeling extra old. I'm like refusing to believe those two are 30 years old. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, speaking of Jurassic Park, there won't be a stream next Tuesday because we are going to a Jurassic Park trivia thing.
Ooh.
So the joke is like everyone drop out now. Because I'm walking in here. I'm gonna flex.
Oh, Nacho, I was just saying that to what Trevor said about the Nightmare Before Christmas being 30 already. Like,
Yeah.
how?
It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't. I don't even feel like Jurassic Park is 30, but it is. But the funny thing was, it was Allie's fiance that told us there was Jurassic Park trivia. And of course, you just knowing me, you know, they're like, so you guys want to come? And I'm like, heck yeah. And he's probably like, oh no, everyone drop out now.
2003, not 1983.
Wait, really? Hold on. 2023. I can't do math. So that would have been no. If it came out in the 90s, it would be 30. Yeah, because I'm using like real life age to do math right now, which I shouldn't do. I don't want to say that out loud. Thank you for the bits, Chaos. Yeah, 20 years ago was 2003. 30 years ago was 1983. Did I say 20? God, I wish I was 20. Oh no, I said something. I'm used to it after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Makoto? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her... Something killed JT.
I heard that.
I don't know what's so funny. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands... Oh no, I hear JT coming over. What was so funny? What?
I'm playing League with some people, and
Yeah?
all somebody said was power word bigot.
What?
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 Someone used a
This is why I don't play League.
Someone used a very naughty word.
Yeah,
And
that is a
someone
bit...
proceeded to respond with power word bigot.
Oh,
You know,
well,
like-
yeah, no, in that case, yeah, if you say a
Yeah.
naughty word, you're gonna get called out
you
for
know,
that.
because like power word heal, power word kill, power word bigot.
I don't
there's-
play League! You're speaking in a
That's not League.
Oh,
That's
okay.
D&D. That tells me how much you've read your spells.
Oh no, I'm being called out for not reading my spell. Magic missile! Oh my gosh. Been making people feel old to feel better about how sore you've been today. Oh, Tremor! I hope you feel better soon. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki of all people to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori, Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri over to the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gone home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. And she's gonna bring the Easy Bake Oven.
As she should.
You know how long that's gonna take for us to make so many cupcakes.
Not if she sets it on fire like you did.
Oh my gosh, I didn't set it on fire! It was the light bulb! It wasn't me! The light bulb was old! It wasn't my fault! My god, I'm gonna keep getting flack for that when I'm like 80. Remember the time Okami set her Easy Bake Oven on fire, kids? Don't use it without parental guidance. Oh, Tremor, I am sending you so many hugs your way. It sounds like you are at least doing a little better, so I'm glad you're doing better. Get the Queasy Bake Oven. Oh god, no, you say Queasy Bake Oven, and I'm literally thinking there was, you know how kind of like back in the day, it's really silly now, but there was the quote-unquote, like, boys and girls toys, which, again,
Right.
silly. Considering I didn't play with Barbies, I played with dinosaurs, but anyway. Their response to, like, the boy version, quote-unquote, of the Easy Bake Oven was creepy crawlers.
Yes, I had that.
Oh my gosh, and I think you could eat them if I remember right.
Yeah, you could.
Did they actually taste good?
I don't remember.
I don't know the purpose of them not tasting good, but I always assumed it had to taste good, but it was the fact that they were bug-shaped would make it queasy. I thought you were already 80. No, my back would convince you that though, right? I am not making excuses. I am not. I will literally, hold on. I'm gonna Google right now. Easy Bake Oven fires. Look, fire hazard. Easy Bake Oven fire hazard. According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, Hasbro recalled 985,000 Easy Bake Ovens in February 2007 because young children got their hands or fingers caught in the ovens. Oh, okay, that's not what happened to me. Wait, hold on. That is not what happened to me. I'm just looking up fire hazard now, but I'm seeing. Yeah, no, that I didn't even know that was a thing. That's actually terrifying. Man, I'm afraid of Easy Bake Ovens now. Fire light bulb? Hold on. The Easy Bake light bulb fire. Yeah, I'm like looking up now if anyone had any issues with like the Easy Bake Oven light bulb. What kind of light bulb do I use with my Easy Bake Oven? You must use a regular frosted or standard 100-watt light bulb. So I think that light bulb was just really old, to be honest. Like, I had been using that same light bulb forever, and I think it just finally exploded. Like, neither me or my mother must have occurred to us how long that light bulb had been in there. Also because the fact that I wasn't allowed to use it unless, again, she was actually watching. So she did the right thing there.
Right.
You know, don't, especially now that I'm finding out about the finger thing, because that's actually really terrifying. Wait. You're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured since I'm the one helping you, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like, I could have a guy over my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a sec. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. They were basically...
No, you can go on.
Oh, no, I was just responding to Tremor about them. They were basically... Let me see. I remember the sugar cookies, but let me see what else I can look up while you were going to tell me.
I was just gonna say, like, I like how Natsuki, in the course of like 10 minutes, went from "I hate you so much, I'm not even gonna show my poem" to "I'm really excited to go baking with you."
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought of the same thing. Like, where are the official recipes? I'm getting recipes, but I want like the official ones that they like Easy Bake brand. I can't find them. I like legit can't find them. Shopping? Is the Easy Bake Oven like still on sale? I thought it was.
Maybe? Like, even if it's not, there should still be recipes online somewhere.
There's like, you know, like the homemade ones, but there isn't like the official ones, like with the little packets.
Right.
See, this is the one I had. Hold on. I'm pull it up so you can tell how old this is, because this is the one. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. It's really zoomed. This is the one I had right here. So this was the extremely older one. This is the 90s one. Not the newer model, because I've seen the newer model. I know there's a newer model. Luna's on my lap. You just saw a whole shelf of them last week. The actual oven or like the little packets? Hold on. I'm gonna try one more thing because I'm so curious. Easy Bake Oven packet. It's my curiosity. Also, I'm being totally distracted. Yep, no, I see them. I had to type packets. Easy Bake Oven refills. That's exactly what I needed to do. Okay, so I'm on Walmart now. So here they are. There's, let's see. There's cheese pizza, strawberry cake. I just call those Oreo cookies. Oh, let's see. Red velvet. I think there's like a pretzel. Is it supposed to be a pretzel? Ultimate chocolate chip. Hi, Luna. You're very distracting. I love you. Party pretzel dippers. Huh. Okay, so yeah, there's a few. There's a few there. Huh. I was wondering, like, because I can't remember the recipes. Would Easy Bake Oven recipe book Hasbro be a better search? They should just... Why do they not have, like, an official, like, cookbook? They just sell the packets, I think, unless there is a cookbook, and I never knew. They do look like Oreo cakes. That's exactly why I just call them Oreo cookies. But, like, if you've ever seen an Easy Bake Oven too, though, the size of it is, like... it's nothing. Like... I have nothing to compare it to IRL, but it was like super, like think like, you know, like those Rement figures, like those really tiny bakery sets. Just think of a tiny little, little bigger than that. Love you, Luna. Okay. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. You can definitely post links, Tremor.
Yeah, the bot might delete the link, but I don't think you'd get in trouble for it if it does. And
if you did...
Yeah, just you could post it in Discord and I could just link it over here for you.
Yeah, I hate the Stream Elements bot like flips out even though I technically allow links.
Yeah.
Also, please, content warning while I kiss this cat before we continue. Okay.
I think this is just the same Sayori scene from before, so you could probably skip through it.
Okay. Yeah, it's it was letting me skip. No, it's not. Maybe because it's just Natsuki instead of...
Yeah, it's probably just the lines just changed.
Yeah,
one
the lines
part.
being slightly different. Oh, wait, let me see. Okay, good, it didn't bop you. The official Easy Bake Cookbook. Oh, $19.99! Yeah, let's go!
Wow.
What? Look at how 90s this book looks between the
It
swirls
really
and the
does.
color.
Oh my gosh.
I love this. Oh my gosh, it's $25. Oh my gosh, there was an official cookbook. Why did my mother buy me the cookbook? Mother! I'm gonna be like, why did she not buy me the cookbook? How did she expect me to do this? I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's she's outside the front door. Without delay.
I like the top-rated review here, where the first sentence is, "This book of recipes does not contain many nutritional foods." Yeah, it's easy bake.
What were you expecting? It's cakes and pretzels and cheese pizza that's probably smaller than a Lunchable. Oh my gosh. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in. Sup? You know, I'm not gonna get my kids an Easy Bake Oven. We're just gonna bake together. And I'm gonna be like, okay, mom touches the oven. But I'd rather if we're gonna bake, I'd rather my kids have a full-size cake compared to they did all that hard work. Here's three mouthfuls. Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Luna, look at her shirt, Luna! It's a kitty! It's like
Kitty.
you! She's just staring. I'm sorry, I'm spoiling her right now. I love this cat so much. I don't know if you
Luna is
know
baby.
this. She's my entire world. She's such a baby. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Oh, Luna, don't turn off the stream. Okay. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part. Luna, that's my dinner. Luna, that's exactly what she's... No, sweetie. No, don't
Be
do it.
hungry.
She had dinner. I fed them. I swear ever since Gizmo came into this house, these cats act like they don't eat. They just picked him up. They picked it up from him.
Mother, where is food?
Mother, I haven't eaten in 5 minutes. I'm wasting away. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Luna. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Makoto? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Is this a personal question or is this for her? I have an answer. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me see. Trixie bakes a chocolate cake in the OG 19... Wait, Easy Bake Oven was around since 1960... Oh, I would like to watch this whole thing, but it's over 12 minutes. I'm gonna watch this later. Because actually, earlier this week, I saw somebody make 3 different recipes in the Easy Bake Oven. One was a seafood bake.
What?
It was she cooked shrimp, and it almost cooked all the way. Almost. You can't fit more than 3 cut up shrimps in there though. Oh my gosh, I have to watch this later just because I'm so curious. First of all, I'm just floored that the Easy Bake Oven has been around this long. Huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nice to you, you know. And just because I don't have a nature, I don't have a mature... Sorry, wow, I can't read tonight. That's because Link is partially blocking me. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Huh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should... Luna, you can't have Nestle Crunch. She wants Nestle Crunch, but that's not for kitties. If that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Is that... I don't know, but I was trying to compliment. That's just creepy to me.
This man is dumb.
This man is really dumb.
He's
like
trying, but he is not very smart.
Right now, he's on the same level as Rex and Xenoblade 2. Like the two of them are just right there, the same level.
Or Ryuji.
It's
just... like he will say something very stupid when he's trying to be nice.
It's just out of context, Xenoblade 2. I love you, Rex. I love you. And all you guys. I'm like, oh my god. I know that's I know that meme's been... I know that horse has been beaten to death, but come on. It's the same energy right now. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Makoto. Natsuki smiles deviously. Just don't tell her she's bite-sized, like a fun size like Nestle Crunch. No, that's my thing. The fun size was me. I invented that. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. Luna, you keep headbutting me. You're so distractible. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. No, Tyler, no, it's not that if you put 4 shrimp in there, it'll explode. It just won't fit in the pan. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour spilled fluid, please, phrasing, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Luna, why are you on the desk, Luna? Come here. I kiss you. I kiss you. Here's my lap. I kiss you. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Makoto, where do you... Stop putting your head in the McDonald's bag! Makoto, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors are different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on, you're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if it just... Luna. She's so distracted. If just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcake, Luna, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. It's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Huh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be right here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me, Luna! Going into my dinner?
Look, if Luna thinks if she distracts you long enough, she'll be able to steal it.
That's exactly what this whole thing is right now. Makoto has his head in the McDonald's bag. They're baking! They don't need McDonald's!
It's moving!
Oh my gosh.
No, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Okay, but can we talk about how much I love Natsuki's kitchen, though?
I mean, this is the MC's kitchen.
This is, wait.
They went to
right,
his
she
house.
is,
Yeah.
Oh, that's our kitchen. Look at our kitchen. I love our kitchen. It's great. It's like top tier kitchen right here. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Ugh. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop! No, don't crunch! No, there's no crunching in this situation.
Gosh.
This is icing. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either.
What you mean?
Do that.
Fingers crunch when you bite through them.
No! No! What is this, a horror movie? No!
I mean...
movie. Thank you for the bits, Chaos. Also, thank you, Tremor. I do need to drink. The crunching of water.
Luna just thinking she's got the water. Now's my chance.
She's got a whole fountain in the living room. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth. Salami.
Why do both of the weekend scenes involve putting fingers in mouths?
I don't know. And now that you pointed that, I can't get it out of my head. I mean, you know, to each your own, I guess.
I guess. It's just like, why? Why specifically that?
Why can't we use spoons? Why can't we just use giant spoons? That's what I do when I bake.
Look, Nacho, it's just that it's very specific. Why is it specifically this simple thing?
Like I said, to each their own. But I was just like, we didn't need to do it both times. In this situation, we could have gotten away with like using spoons and feeding each other. I don't know. When I bake, I literally just, that is what I do. That's why I'm like, keep me away from the icing. Nacho, why? Nacho, stop.
I want to get the toes emote.
No! take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. See, I'm like not I'm not like super afraid of. Oh, I'm a hypochondriac, so I'm like, I wouldn't do this because I'm like, what did you touch today? Did you touch a doorknob? Get your finger away from my face. This isn't even a post-COVID me. This was me before COVID. I just like am someone who can't like, especially now that I'm going on new medication, I'm like, can't get sick. Stay away, keep your fingers out of my face. What? Did you seriously just, Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Makoto, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off.
Of course.
Of course, like my house.
You shouldn't have left the Easy Bake Oven on.
I don't even have one.
Also, Nacho has a good point. How did that scene make sense from how much taller he is than her?
So was he just like scooched higher? Were they against the wall or were they on the floor?
I think they were against the wall.
So yeah, wait, that doesn't make as much sense. If it were on the floor, it would make more sense. I don't know. Physics? Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy.
Who does this?
How do you know? How do you not know? How you ever cooked? How do you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Trevor Hickman, all caps. It's just, I feel like you're extra angry. Yes, okay. You know what? I forgot about this meme, Nacho. When short girlfriend with tall girlfriend. You know what? Actually checks out. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. I see. Thank you, Natsuki. It's a little early, but thank you. That gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We couldn't make it more literature-themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. We're not writing crunch on our cake. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. That's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on, we're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. I like cooking. It's much easier than most people make it out to be, and safety is important. Yes, no, absolutely. Like, is there lightning outside, Luna? I think that was lightning. Okay, really hope stream doesn't go out. If it does, we know why. Or Luna stepped on the power button. I mean, one
Or
of two.
both.
Or both. I will admit, I'm not the best at cooking. Like, I can make simple recipes now, but I'm not, like, the best when it comes to cooking. But even, like, simple stuff like that, you know, like, don't put plastic in the microwave, like, stuff that's just kind of, like, you should know. Luna. Luna. What you doing? Luna. No, no, do not encourage her. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
No.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Do not get Lazy Town stuck in my head, y'all. No, we're not baking by the book. Hi, Luna.
Too late.
Oh no, it's happening! Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Doki Doki by the book. Oh god. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, yeah, you pushed her against a wall.
Well, you weren't leaving room for Jesus exactly. I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki? Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance? It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she is trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Makoto, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Oh! Oh, it's the Gandalf close-up. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes... Did I say... Okay, fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Uh-oh, it's happening again. Hi, Makoto. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Oh no. Natsuki stare into your soul. Did I sound wait, when did I sound Southern? I swear I'm from New York.
Southern New York.
I'm from, yeah, no, not even Southern New. Well, wait, isn't New York City considered Southern New York? Actually, you know
Technically, yeah.
You know what? You're not wrong. Well, You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Okay, this is all the same.
Yeah, I think from here on it's all normal, so I think you're done with the main game then.
Oh, okay.
Let's leave the side stories.
Oops. Not auto. What am I doing? Ah. There we go. Save. Alright, let's go back and we can do the side story content.
Oh yeah, and check what you got in the gallery.
Ooh, you're right. I almost forgot about that. Oh, there's new mail. Having run the control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. This makes me speculate that Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such limited and dissonant personality traits? Or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character. Ooh, Tylenus, which character?
I think it's talking about the MC.
Okay, I was curious.
Since apart from like being briefly mentioned by Sayori, he doesn't appear in the side stories at all.
Okay. Yeah, we got new pictures. We're almost done filling this whole thing out.
Yeah. Also, I checked, and the reason why you haven't been getting much mail is because apparently it depends on your percentage of unlocked pictures.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know they had a concept for the MC.
Yeah, everyone was surprised when this came out because he looks so much more like, almost cool than people were expecting. Everyone always expected him to look like a complete like doofus.
I kind of, you know what? Not gonna lie, just from his dialogue, I kind of did too.
Yeah.
Like in a really nice way.
Right.
Okay.
Reflection.
Who I am. Oh gosh, Mulan, why?
Gosh.
I'm so sorry. That's exactly where my brain went. Am I bothering you?
No.
No. Southern New York is New Jersey. No, it is not. We are separate from New Jersey. You sounded Southern with the joke about leaving room for Jesus. I didn't mean to. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more than ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air. What is this, a movie theater, y'all? But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Knowing Natsuki, I can't tell if that's intentional or not. or if Sayori's just really bad at catching.
Or both.
Or both. Maybe I should say something. No need. They just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen, but the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Oh, that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Yes. Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Who are you? Who? Jesus wanted to also lick Nestle Crunch. I mean, he's Jesus. He can have any candy he wants. Oh, but I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, that's just fan fiction.
Yes.
Yes. There are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like, please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it was just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki.
Wow.
Ouch! Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past, too, you know. Things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. Hey, Tylenose.
Hey, Okami.
When are you gonna write the Nestle Crunch into your fan-fiction?
Why?
Or when are Monica and Makoto going to, like, share one end of the Nestle Crunch until they kiss? For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interest. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. God, Trevor, you bring up popcorn and all I can think about is during Duck's Deltarune stream last night, I think Dino brought up having popcorn and I was just like so jealous because there's no popcorn in my house and I'm really craving that movie theater butter.
Same.
Oh gosh, let's just go get popcorn.
Yes, let's please.
We'll just and then you can come back here and we'll just binge the Muppets or something, I don't know.
Yes.
When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like, a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess. Let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, it was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be myself. Oh gosh, calling out me in middle school. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica. Sorry. That's completely wrong, so it's still cool you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Well, wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Alright everyone, time to stack up the One Piece.
Oh gosh.
Like Jenga. Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 just 50? You read manga?
Nacho, the One Piece is 2.5 Okamis long.
You know what? You're probably not wrong considering I'm 5 foot. So that I can say I read more than you. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. Oh, Tremor, I hope you can eat soon without pain.
Yeah.
I know I hate that feeling of being hungry, but you can't eat. I couldn't, that was me during the pancreatitis, it was awful. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. And that was when Jen was like, go to the ER, go to the ER. And I was like, oh, it's okay, Jen, I'm not going to the ER. And then JT was like, we should go to the doctor. I'm not going to the doctor. Me messaging Jen at like midnight. I'm going to the doctor. It's not boring. Chill. I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted. Sayori, are those from the floor? Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. My hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine. Sayori trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a literature club. So I should have figured out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. That then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say the 5-second rule, Chaos. You kind of beat me too. They're cookies, so, you know, it's still, but the hypochondriac in me is like, it's a school floor. How many gerbs are in here? Oh gosh, it goes both ways. Oh my gosh. Oh, because you bit your tongue. Oh, I hope it wasn't too hard. I hope it gets better soon. Craving a burger from one place in particular? Ooh. Is it like a specialty, like homemade burger place? Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about, but that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused or something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks, or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh jeez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit? That's easy. Cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted, nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Well, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Chat, do you think cherries are nasty?
No.
I don't. I will steal them from JT's drink if I can. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead of that, I said like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or something. I know that. I was just... Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience, rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. What an insult. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? You are welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Man, I feel like Monica and Sayori's relationship is like me with Jen.
Yes.
I'm like, you're welcome to bully me anytime. But can I have a treat? Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not, no. How come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable? Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something. Like I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I read my own fair share when I was younger. What, are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life, and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Okay, see, that was the mistake she made right there.
Yep.
Saying I wanted more mature things, because now you're making it sound immature. Now I'm about to mediate. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. Guys, no! I don't know if Nestle Crunch is gonna help this.
What about a Nestle Crunch sundae?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, actually, that probably would help. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all of my interests immature. You can't... please stop? Please? You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I'm Sayori in this situation. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Holy crap. I've never heard her sound like that before. The sound of the door slamming. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't exactly very nice either, so... I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was really a stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's just about recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off of this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other, the least out of annoyance, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. You know, y'all are roasting Natsuki about being short, and I'm just like, what, guys? What, should I go get a milk crate? Should I go get some heels?
Look, it's okay. You're a whole inch taller than her.
Okay, you know what? That does make me feel slightly better. I got that whole, how many centimeters are in an inch, and I'm proud. I'm proud of it. Okay, let's start part 2. Why does Monica have to supply the Nestle Crunch just because she's president? Does the school budget even allow for that? A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. Chicken! Hello, how are you?
Hello.
As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at a desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because a ship sailed away. Yo. Yeah, Natsuki! Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Why? Was she just sitting in there? Sorry, did she have the door closed behind her? I didn't mean to scare you, but it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you want me listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah, thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up then? Oh no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri is too nervous to come into the clubroom by herself, so... Oh. Jeez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. Ugh. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty, and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that'll help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had to have that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I hate that she thinks she's so much better than me, just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me, or manga or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance.
This isn't lactose, it's milk.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's book a chance? After this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Queh. It's a good time for me to drink, actually. I'm so sad the knitted chocobo at Big Bad Toy Store sold out in days. I'm so salty.
Gosh.
It was so cute. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sayori shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot of interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. The only reason I'm not chugging Tremor is because we're using bottled water. I'm trying to conserve. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like, first it was with Monica when I was new to the club, and then it was you, and now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk. As if they just realized that, and then we could all at least get along. But nobody else has that problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Sayori puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with, too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of, reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like, my friends, and I guess my dad. Like, when I don't get good grades, or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do, cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So, things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong, and there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry, and I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I would just sound really full of myself. No, our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know? Accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. Man, this is some P4 deep diving into your thoughts versus how you actually feel.
Yeah.
I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's
her feelings say that she deserves Nestle Crunch.
Oh my gosh. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase and that I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself. Out loud. Vampire. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Why did Twilight just creep into my head? Fine. I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even... God, why did you sparkle in chat? It's like diamonds. It's the skin of a killer, Bella.
Gosh.
Why? Even if you can ignore each other most of the time,
Aren't
you're
you
gonna...
lactose intolerant?
Thank you.
This isn't lactose, it's milk.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Aw, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You and Yuri and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remains silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Like diamonds in the night. Chat, you're beautiful. No, I actually mean that. You guys are beautiful. I love you.
Wow.
Wow. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. I'm not going to yell at you. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? Why do you think there's Nestle Crunch in here? It's a soda. This is clearly a drink. I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second, then manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns, and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me? Especially Natsuki. Man, though, that is such a mood. Aw, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself in an altercation with Natsuki, and how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. So just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me. And I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just... Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. Man, I relate to Yuri right now on such a deep spiritual level. Like,
That's such a mood.
God, it really is. Like in my case, it was so hard to even start streaming because I was like, the minute I open my mouth, people are gonna hate me.
Aw.
I still struggle. Like, every time I meet someone for the first time, I'm like, oh God, please don't say anything stupid. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak their mind. So I did, and then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayuri and I like you, and we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior, despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. And it makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. And my feelings about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri wears a dejected. I can't. Bleh! Okay, I got that out. Yuri wears
It's the Nestle Crunch, okay?
I know
it's
it
just
is.
messing with your head at this point.
It really is. I every time it pops, a brain cell goes with it. Yuri
Gosh.
wears a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature. And so good with people. I feel like such a child in compared. There goes another one. Rip, brain cell number 47. Oh, Yuri. I'm far from perfect. But these are learned skills. They didn't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to, reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of things that mean so much to me. And how it... No thoughts. Head Nestle Crunch. Is it a brain? No, just crunch. How it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people.
Salami.
We're fragile and unstable, but I'm just tired of that getting in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your own reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, I mean, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so... Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to get to see that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. A letter? What a great idea! Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure, I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens with determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that, and I wouldn't want it to be, but something I've learned is that friendship doesn't always just magically appear out of thin air. Dear Princess Celestia, I'm so sorry. When she said she was gonna write a letter, then Nacho said it. That's literally, she said, and then she mentioned the friendship. I was like, that is immediately where this just
Oh my god, yes.
Yuri, dear Natsuki, I love Yuri.
No, that says L. Love Yuri.
Oh, L.
That's the letter.
Oh my gosh, I just realized it. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways, but I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Yuri nods. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person or magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that. Always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person, when you offer time and effort to understand them, and respect them, and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observations in the literature club. Observations? Monica's caught by surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to hear her suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayori too. And it makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monica never thought much of it, but in the past weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others, always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. It's true, Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can more easily work through situations of conflict, but that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve, and the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fist pressed into her collarbone. When she finds the literature club president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. As expected, this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Thank goodness. I thought there was some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. One sec. Monica trots back into her classroom, says something like, I gotta go to her friends, then grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri. Okay, let's go find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. Squeak! How are you today? Me? Well, yes. Oh gosh, sorry. I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today. Just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come?
Gosh, mood.
Yeah, I know. I felt so bad. I didn't see your message last night when you were like, help sleep, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was listening to my audiobook. I missed it. I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. I get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I do that too. Hey, this classroom's empty. Let's go in here. After peering inside, Monica opens the classroom door and the two of them enter. Ooh, is it chamomile tea by any chance, Tremor? We are all about that tea talk here.
I wish I had tea right about now.
Come over, I have so much tea.
Ah, if only...
You got your choice between Applejack, Nectar of Loyalty, Queen of Hearts, and Tiki Room. Yuri's moment of relaxation
Here's a TV
ends.
that looks like an apple.
She watches as Monica pulls two chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons to her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Oh, that is so cute. Oh my gosh, Monica,
Yeah.
look at the pen with the heart topper. You're left-handed. That's neat. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about, bumping your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
Don't crunch your shoulders, please.
Please don't. That is not good. Sorry. I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by, listing the different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, it's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind. I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but I've been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica. That's me. Yes, it is. I love Monica so much. So, Yuri thinks, I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. The same goes for Natsuki, too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because— oh wait, wrong one. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So, what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at that. Let's write those things down. Okay. Yuri writes some things down. I think the most important thing to remember here is that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable, so we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them, and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, one for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much than I have, you know? You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monika gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monika's hand in place. For a while, they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday, you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? The thing about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and that they're just a state of being that we need to come to terms with. It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people, rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsuki? Yuri nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best, and everyone wants to be happy. Monika peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I love to be able to read it to help out, you know? It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I'd really prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm kinda glad to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. But it's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but... Yuri smiles. I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please? Monika gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks, and all I got was real friends who value me. Hi, fantasy geek here. Why does the TV look like a Nestle Crunch? Ooh, a chamomile, peppermint, catnip leaf, blackberry leaf, licorice root, passion flower herb, skullcap herb. Oh yeah, because I really love chamomile. Chamomile's definitely sleepy tea. I just can't have peppermint because it hurts my tongue. The chamomile's really heckin' good. I can't believe... oh yeah, right, you read this. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Oh my gosh, holding hands?
Wow.
In my Christian literature club? Yuri glances at the clock. Server. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish it? Before the end of the day? Probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. Yeah, it's weird. Peppermint, like, burns for me. It's so weird to describe to people. But it's like an intense burning on my tongue. I don't know, my taste buds are really weird. As long as you promise not to read it. Like, I can't even brush with, like, anything minty. Or use, like, I can't have mint-flavored ice cream. I can't have, like, mints in general. Like, it hurts for some reason. Of course, I promise.
I understand that.
Like, maybe not exactly burning, but it kind of feels like it's way too intense.
No, I can understand that, actually, because, like, I can... Sorry, my brain just completely went off the tracks there. No, I get what you mean, though.
Like, it's not my throat. I will say that. I'm not sure if it's an allergy, because my throat is fine. It's mainly my taste buds. It overwhelms my taste buds to the point even just a little bit. It feels like I had something really spicy. Thank you. Yuri exhales, the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monika nods. Good luck. I'm here if you need me. Yuri returns a nod and the two depart. Yay! I wish we could have seen the letter, though. Not gonna lie. What did we get? What did we get? Oh, we got the staircase. Alrighty, guys. We got one more side story before ending off this night in this game.
Technically two. Because when you finish the last one, there's one more, but it's a short one.
Oh, yeah, but like 2 parts, but altogether one story.
Well, I mean, there's like one last one that comes up.
Right,
It's short.
right. I forgot about that. Okay. Chat, remember you're practicing self-love. It's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because the staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. What are you doing here? Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine.
She came to get some Nestle Crunch.
But that is a drink vending machine, as we previously discussed. Why would there be a Nestle Crunch in here? I guess my thing is, too, I also can't, it's more that I can't eat a lot of spicy food because of my IBD. So I'm not even, like, used to having, like, anything with, like, a kick to it, basically. The only thing spicy that I would probably eat, like, on some kind of, not even consistently, but I'll have it, and it won't bother me, is, like, the spicy Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, other than that, I can't have, like, even salsa. It's gotta be mild salsa. It can't have any kick to it. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea, but instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant really. I mean, it's totally cool if that's your thing, or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you. So, not because I think you're creepy or anything. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Oh, that's what the, oh, okay, I got a timer going. That's what the, oh, hold on, I'll show you what that does. I'll show, oh gosh.
This was voice acting.
Oh wait, where is it? Oh no, I don't have it set up on this one.
Oh no.
Oh no, did I not send the right model to JT? I use JT as like my dump, oh shoot, did I forget to do that one?
JT,
no, I'm kidding. Hold on 1 second. I'll BRB. I'm in the changing room. This is so we don't break. I'm not going to break your immersion. Wait, hold on. Wrong profile. Where's the old profile? Oh god, where did my profiles go? Okay, here we go. I found it. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Oh god, the voice acting. Okay, here we go. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off of her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that may be. I am glad you find this delightful. No, I don't. I'm evil. You will not find anything delightful here. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. We're evil, Natsuki. We don't apologize. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to, eventually. There's no rush, I promise. But I'm evil, I don't keep promises. Thanks. It's the next day. This is not cute. Nothing about this is cute. Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. The Book of Evil. This music isn't evil. This is no longer appropriate for this. Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that allowed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here. Yeah, I don't care. I'm evil. I'm either indifferent or I don't like it. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Your friends are the epitome of evil.
They really are.
Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly. I just don't want it to come up again now after I've waited for so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga. Not unless online friends count. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it. She just likes it, you know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful, especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin then. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. The internet, where you can use evil sites like Twitter to find friends. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Hobbies like summoning the Necronomicon. I'm trying really hard. Since middle school, like summoning Cthulhu together in a Discord call. Since middle school, actually, I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Okay, hold the phone. I'm getting slightly wet.
Catch your breath. Take a breather.
I'm working on it. Uh-oh. Hold the phone here. Where'd my model go? Uh-oh.
Happy birthday, Fonzie.
Happy birthday, Fonzie! Uh-oh. Where'd I go? Okay. I might actually have to BRB for a minute to fix something.
Evil Okami has finally destroyed normal
I
Okami.
think she actually did. I could be old models go. Oh no, did I just forget to save? See, this is why I joke y'all about me saving all the time. Because then stuff like this happens. Okay, really quick. I'm a BRB because I'm gonna need to fix this. It'll take me like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. JT! No, it's okay. I don't need JT. I just gotta fiddle through my computer here. So actually, BRB, I'm gonna mute myself. I don't know, Tylenol, so you can have fun, I guess.
I'll still be here.
Okay, I'll BRB. I'll leave y'all with the music.
Hello there, chat. And now I immediately don't know what to say, so, well, where is it? Where is it? Don't even just show up over the overlay? Yeah, it's just the sound. Okay, I figured. the chat. How's everybody doing? Ooh, congratulations, Tremor. Like, this just feels so weird on my end. I don't have the music going for me, so I'm just sitting here in pure silence. Wouldn't it be funny if Okami actually completely just can't find that and just has to stick with, like, evil Okami for the rest of stream?
I know, I can find it. I'm looking at it.
Wow.
Okay, well, you know what? I guess I can talk. So I don't leave you alone. I am literally just reapplying it.
Okay.
I could have sworn I saved a profile. I honestly could have sworn I did.
Gosh, that's always fun, Tremor, when you're, like, you play through something and then, like, a friend of yours starts playing and just talks to you about it while they're going through it.
Oh no, okay. I just crashed the whole thing.
Hi, JT. Okami messed up.
No, you're good, hon. I forgot to save over the profile. Yeah, it crashed. I have to reload it. Okay. Going back to what I was doing. Wait, hold on. Okay. This, like, literally isn't gonna take long. I'm just, like, scrolling. Oh gosh, I need to label these better. I also just need to remember to save, apparently. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I just won't swap it out now, but I have my basic. But I have my basic, just playing up, so should be good.
That's fine.
Okay. Oh, and I'll fix it after stream completely. Oh no, everybody sees I was playing Dreamlight Valley. Oh my. Oh, whatever. We were all. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have everything? Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a pseudonym. But I liked it, like my old pseudonym, Cinder Dragon. Oh my god. But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So, I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future, coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow! I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile, as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. Yeah, it's also known as Disney Crossing. I have problems, as evidenced by my playtime. The conversation ends quickly, and Natsuki opens her book. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. But the whole time Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. What was your playtime at? Literally could pull that up right now, but it's scary. Literally 160 hours. I think out of everything in my list, Dreamlight Valley currently has the most playtime. Tears of the Kingdom is up there, Splatoon 3 is up there, but currently... Oh damn, never mind. Apparently Animal Crossing is 500.
What? How?
I don't know! Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I got...
Did you leave it on all night once?
Maybe?
For a week?
You know what? I was terraforming a lot. You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day passed. I think I also just spent a lot of time, like, cheating the clock so I could get the shop to reset.
Understandable.
You can't do that in Dreamlight Valley because I've heard people, I've heard it, at least some people claim it has broken their game. So I don't do it with Dreamlight Valley. Also, I don't want Disney to, like, start knocking on my door that I'm cheating. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I mean, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought, never mind. What I meant to say is thank you, and that it's a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Yuri pauses, then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink, knowing Yuri was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please, don't feel obligated. I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay, thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing. It just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. There are just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them when they're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with just putting up with it, because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone around me to change. But, yeah, I know. Monika and Sayori really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What, listening to other people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so... I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you'd like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So? Are those all things that are important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sayori likes your baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and, like, measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. A moment of silence stretches between them. And they don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. Okay, but Natsuki, honey, if you've already conveyed to them that a specific joke or whatever bothers you and it's not funny to you and they keep doing it, that's not a good thing.
Exactly.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection is at 612 hours. Holy heck, Tremor. You clocked over 900 on Skyrim. Oh my gosh, chicken. I'm checking my Steam profile. I don't even know how much time I put in. And keep in mind, this is just the Steam version of Skyrim. I'm not even counting how much I put into the 360 back in the day. So on Steam, I'm almost at 100. I'm at 95.9 hours. Just give me 96 hours, Steam. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Oh, chicken, if you, I don't know if it's something you'd be into, but, Ilya talks about it a lot. Paleo? I think the beta's free. I think the beta's open to the public now. So if you ever wanted to try, like, a really massive, like, from what I remember, I think it's basically like, cozy farming MMO. I think you're able to try that now on the Switch for free. I should have looked it up, because I forgot. Like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong, and they're all like, "Aw, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. So you've 100%ed OG Kingdom Hearts, Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, and like 99% on Birth by Sleep. Oh, my favorite Kingdom Hearts, yes. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. I feel like Birth by Sleep has the hardest, like, secret bosses, too. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons, but I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? It's that hard for you to be around people, like, all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kind of conversation and saying jokes and all of that, I don't know what to do and just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? Mm-hmm. A lot. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more, but it's a mutual silence, one full of understanding. Alright, second half of self-love. I forgot, oh my gosh, Tremor, I completely forgot about the rhythm game. For real. Okay. Also, just to, like, leave the content warning up there for a second for anyone who needs to look. I'm almost out of water.
Go hydrate.
I swear I've been hydrating.
Did Evil Okami delete the water too?
No, it's still here. It's just I almost finished the bottle. I don't think Evil Okami also wants to dehydrate because that also affects her, you know?
That's true.
Oh my gosh. I swear we still have more water outside. I just gotta probably get the last until like, I don't know, tomorrow. And I really have not been drinking as many as I technically should. I'm not a fan of it either. As much as I love the music, I'm just so bad at it. I heard that hydrate water ounce water bottle. I'm definitely on hydration. As you should be, Sarah. You are the golden example right now of what I should be doing, but I'm not. Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share them with you too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes the cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it, I just made them. I thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try. I don't think it was random. Oh, I was just saying I should be like Sarah and I should like really be... Normally I would be drinking out of the 64-ounce bottle too. But it's gonna be... I'm just like so impatient that I'm just not like taking obviously the bottles of water and just filling them. Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? I don't know. I kinda just it always just appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for that. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, just makes me feel... valued? Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyways. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now that I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I'm glad that the situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know, and I liked them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded, but I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than the cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki? I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. You're so tempted to download the PlayStation Remote Play app for PC and figure out macro for the ice cream. But yes, I also agree. Just to save you all that time and energy. Natsuki tries to choke, and then eventually you're just gonna start hearing It's a Small World over and over and over, and I know what that's like being stuck on It's a Small World for over 30 minutes. I think it was close to an hour that one time, and I couldn't get out, and I was just starting to lose my sanity. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes, and it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult, and I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. God, mood. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too, about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself that makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like so. Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people, and just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile. Then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? It's just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy, and I still feel that way about. But I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. Then that must make it really difficult to be comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I don't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it, so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know, a lot of things. Like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I love with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but... Yuri clenches her fists. Natsuki, what? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash heck upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I liked that. That's all. Oh, well, I meant it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. Aww. Bonding over cupcakes.
Yeah, it's like what Sarah said. Like, I really like how what this went into, what for the side stories was just like serious interpersonal relationship stuff.
Honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love like the base game too. I really do, especially just because of the, the cultural, it had such a huge impact, I feel like.
Right.
And it's just so hard not to talk about that, and go into detail about it, but I love, like, how this just, honestly, I feel like this is a good complement to that, because after dealing with the seriousness of that, you come into the side stories, and it's just, like, this palate cleanser, and it's like, how you want, these girls to just be with each other, and just their friend, and seeing how their friendship just blossomed before. I'm assuming this is, like, prequel stuff, honestly.
Yeah, the way that the creator said, like, I guess he said it's kind of sort of prequel, but also kind of like what if Monica never, became aware she was in a game. So like it could be fit as kind of either way.
Yeah. And I love that, honestly. It's so good. You're here first today. Mm-hmm. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot this time, holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. It's like they saved this for the end of the game.
Yep.
Like, it's such a huge part of your life, and then one day, there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about Luna just crawling on your desk right now.
Aww.
Luna! About letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Definitely. I can think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So, it sucks when something good has to come to an end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Hey, listen, I knew we gotta call out, if we're calling out Naruto, we gotta call out maybe a few series that have gone on as long.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, at least something like One Piece is long because it was always meant to be. But then you have stuff like Naruto that, like, end and then come back and then come back again. And
you
then...
think it's over and then it's not over, and it just feels really weird to bring, like, something up again that you thought was wrapped up.
Yeah.
Luna, don't put your head in the bag. Well, that's
Luna, please don't.
She really wants my nuggies. That's the nature of all things. They come to an end. The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material, except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends, at the mall or downtown or whatever? I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask anyway?
D&D.
God, I love that, because I would totally be hanging out with her on the weekends. I just got this game at Gen Con called Cat in a Box. Do you want to play it? Luna. We call it Luna in the Box. Because it's also a black kitty on the cover, so it's just Luna in the Box. I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's... I'm sorry. Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods, her shaking becoming more and much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good, let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki feel more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. I gotta say, I really love the depiction here. Like, I could go on about like how panic attacks are represented in like different media. I think like Puss in Boots in The Last Wish does it really well too.
Yeah.
I think this does too as well though.
Same.
Minutes pass in silence. By now the worst of it is past, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. I know, I wish I could reach through the screen and hug them too. It was such a hecky mood. Why can't I not break the fourth wall? I know
Hello,
you don't
Ilya.
expect it from this game, Sarah. Hi, Ilya. Are you okay? Should I be worried on a scale of 1 to 10?
Did the deer attack again?
Oh my gosh, why are we bringing up the deer again? You got recommended a video I say about panic attacks in media, and it shows Puss in Boots in the... Yeah, because Puss in Boots does it. As somebody who frequently has panic attacks, it's done really well to me. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves on. Over. As I think for people who have never experienced a panic attack, or may have not experienced, like, someone they know having a panic attack often, I think panic attacks can be very easily, you know, not intentionally being... hurtful or anything, if that's the word I'm looking for. But I think it can be misrepresented or just assumed a panic attack is just a set, if I'm making any sense.
No, I get what you mean.
You fell down the stairs a little bit while holding a bowl of soup. Okay, I hope that soup wasn't burning. Are you okay? Luna. Yuri turns away to pick up her open... She's trying to get my food from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted. Demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Again, this message is so good!
Yeah, it really
mean that?
is.
It's so good. You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it. So you can take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor? Huh? What are you talking about? You don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How is that fancy? It's specifically Nestle Crunch chocolate. Oh my gosh. Ilya, I am going to come over. I am going to, like, jump through my screen and give you a hug.
Same.
Luna, I think you should go give Ilya a hug. I think Ilya needs the emotional support kitty that you are, because you are the best emotional support kitty.
Here's an emotional support kitty.
And that is also an emotional support kitty, but that one just dances. I have tomato soup. I only have tomato and chicken noodles and if you'd like either, I could bring that. I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that'll make this easy for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated, and the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have tracked you down first, with the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, whatever you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way, I could tell you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air. Nobody can see why I'm laughing. Luna, I am not the monkey bars! A feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater uncertainty in their path forward.
Luna also hangs in the air.
My god, she is just hanging in the... Okay, she's on the floor. Just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next, Yuri thinks to herself. I will give you a fry! Oh my gosh, I will give you a fry when I eat, Luna, but do not go in the bag! Since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together.
I love that one so much.
Oh my gosh, I think that one was like a personal favorite.
Same.
Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. Haha, I would get 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweet, e.g. not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation? As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Man... I'm just thinking about global warming right now. Most importantly, I'm so sorry, the existential dread kicked in. Most importantly, how might your observations apply to your own universe? Bonus, how can we present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? Unrelated note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and it runs the risk of drawing eyes. No. I refuse. Okay. So this is the wrap up. Is it just automatically unlocked, Tylenos?
Yeah, I think it should be automatically unlocked now that you finished the 6th one.
I love this one so much. Look at her dress and the flowers. I love it. Okay. Freak out over. All right. Time to wrap this up, gang.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that.
The side story has Nestle Crunch. Yes,
Oh,
correct, Nacho.
Yes. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Sayuri and I already came up with a really good plan. For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route, so we can get to the most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival's a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. I also think this is the best idea. I think Yuri's been outvoted. Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, alright? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around, have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yay! That's too embarrassing. Aw, but you'd have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We can talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need a break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, you can start. I don't mind. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have salami and have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like if it's just a poem that I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica.
Yo, they said the lie.
Yo, they said the thing. They're aware of their memes. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club, especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people, and I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with, so when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. He really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute that I'm going to throw up. What? Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? No, that's my line. Well, for me, it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Nothing. You know, all there is to eat in this literature club is salami and Nestle Crunch. I feel extremely malnourished. I finished my part, so somebody else can take their turn. My heart! Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? A regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. You're not the only one who's malnourished. Oh no! Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Can I start calling Ilya that? Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey! Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess when it comes down to it, that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best and I was right. I guess for me it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being, like, the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. I love you, Natsuki. I hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me, so there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around, and you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. Hi, Boo! how are you? How's you doing? I was lurking during your Link's Awakening run last night. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. Manga is Nestle Crunch and Nestle Crunch is love. Wait, manga is not. Don't eat your manga. Please don't. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people, but everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was best for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people, rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. Luna, don't turn off the stream, mama. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. I don't remember whether you have a ddlc or not, but I feel like I have it on Steam. You might have it on Steam because I think the not plus, like the base game is free on Steam, and then the plus version is the one that you pay for, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, the base game is completely free.
I was like, was it only, I started like thinking, was it only temporarily free? Was it always free? I couldn't remember.
It was a thing where it's like, it was like effectively free, but you could pay for it if you essentially donations.
Okay. You know? Oh my gosh, I haven't streamed Hatofu Boyfriend, but I have finished that game. It's so good. I love it. Was that farming MMO Paleo Pines? Was it? I don't know. Maybe. Not saying it's one of my most anticipated games of this year, but I'm just saying. Also because heck, I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed so much because they sent out they sent out little forms to everyone who would like a review copy. So I have my fingers and toes crossed so much because I want this game so badly. Famicom Detective Monica. Oh my gosh, I need to play that too. Don't remind me of my backlog, Nacho. I don't even have that yet. Because I don't think Paleo, Paleo's the free MMO right now. Paleo Pines, the demo is still available to play for free, but the full game is coming out the end of September. In that case, Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I just assumed Chicken could look into my Steam library. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sayori writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me, Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on the other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great! We have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands her a piece of chalk. Then Natsuki sighs and writes, self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is! We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. That's how the poem minigame notebooks began. Oh my gosh, if that actually is, I'm gonna cry. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. This is the JRPG ending of everyone taking a picture and then you just cry over these characters.
Yes.
Just boneless Nestle Crunch still crunch. No, it's boneless. You took out all the crunch. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. Click, snap.
Doki Doki Champions Ballad.
Yes. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting really some good inspiration for a poem. Luna, stream is like literally over. Please don't climb. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I have not streamed Dream Daddy. No, I haven't played it either. I think I would like that as well. I know, which is really weird considering how many visual novels I've covered on this channel. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches, then does the same. She remembered to unshrimp. But Monika is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. I know, that's the problem. And I try to balance out, because I know some visual novels isn't everyone's cup of tea, so that's why I usually try to balance out, like, another game I do on top of a visual novel. Just move your hand. Monika mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart, Luna. Do not eat my dinner. I'm about to eat my dinner. Oh no, Google, no! Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monika navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. This almost has a feel-good anime feeling until you remember what game it is. I know, but it was like I was saying earlier with Tylenus, this is such a good palate cleanser, and I think this is the part of the game that really shines.
Yeah.
Even though it's add-on content and it's not the base game that like made the boom like it did. Oh my gosh, that was good. Well, we're definitely gonna do more visual novels down the line. In terms of visual novels, I know Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is like second place on the list. And speaking of that list, just because we finished up ddlc tonight, that means the next game on the backlog dock to stream, unless somebody just dumps a whole bunch of points into something else literally right before I end stream. It's like just like 50k into, I don't know, I'm pulling a random number.
Yeah, Limbo is way out in the first place right now.
Yeah, and then Great Ace Attorney's behind it, so that'll probably be the next visual novel.
Well, you say that, but like Professor Layton's like practically tied with Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh, is it really? I had no clue.
They're like 200 points away from each other.
Oh dang, I didn't realize how clutch that was. So who knows how that goes?
Yeah, Limbo's pretty short.
Yeah, that I looked it up, like not the actual game, but I just looked up like the average how long to beat, and it's only like what 6-ish hours or something.
You don't even have to. You have like 12,000 points banked.
Yeah, it's true. You really don't have to, Ilya. Oh my gosh. In a way you really did not expect and might finally nudge you into liking it. Like I said, it's definitely, I definitely will say the plus part of this game, the additional content, is definitely worth the extra price of this game.
Absolutely.
Because of how the writing really shines here. of friendship and literature. Oh my gosh, like this part of the game is so wholesome. And for me, who's somebody who likes both horror and wholesome, which is very weird to say, I know. But being a horror oh my god, we do get the picture! Hold on.
Yeah.
I had to do it. As somebody though who loves both, I'm a horror movie, horror game junkie, and someone who is very much, I love wholesome games.
And Nestle Crunch.
That is also the other side of me. I have like two Monokuma sides to me. The best way to explain it possible. That really adores both. So this game actually for me strikes that for me personally just strikes that chord, you know? What are they doing? Monica's just blowing a kiss and sending that to Makoto. Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. Look, you still did this to me.
I mean, I did, yes.
You really did. You have no one to blame but yourself.
It's true.
Yes, if you do have
Pingu.
To Pingu. You know, for the record, I did try because I was debating on what game to stream for my birthday, and I remembered that there was a DS Pingu game, but it's only in Japanese.
Aww.
And I don't think y'all are gonna want to see me struggle bust through kanji. So it's the only reason I didn't do it. I picked another game. I mean, I don't mind spoiling it now, but we will be playing Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue? I forget that's the name of it. That's the one I haven't played on the GBA. Because I remember Sarah brought it up, like, I don't know, not that long ago, and I was like, wait a second, this could actually be the opportunity to do it for my birthday. Nacho, please. Why are the best games only in Japanese? I don't know. Considering I'm like, is Pingu even how popular is Pingu in Japan?
Gotta be at least a little.
I know that, but that's why I'm so shocked that it got a Japanese only release but didn't release elsewhere, because I would think the fan base would be maybe bigger outside Japan.
Yeah, same.
Unless I'm really underestimating the number of Pingu fans in Japan. I can't exactly make a poll, unfortunately, just because I'm curious. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Talanos.
Okami.
Thank you so much for joining me for all these DDLC streams.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This was a
had
lot of fun.
to. I had to. You're the expert. And I love hearing how excited you are and like how much you love this series, and now you got me there too. So thanks for dropping me down another rabbit hole. And now I can beta read your fan fiction and have full context. Now I don't have to think, do I have to go back and watch the base game to like try to remember something? Nope, I got it locked in here.
I guess just one more time, I'll link it again in chat. Just again, be warned, like there are also major spoilers for Persona 5, obviously, but there it is again.
Yes,
for anyone who's interested.
If you need to like get through Persona, do it and then bookmark it and come back. But Tylanos works so hard on this story. And I just absolutely adore it, and Tylanos deserves every ounce of love.
Wow.
That comes in from. I love reading the comments. I love reading the comments because I'm just like thinking how happy you are. I was just smiling. I'm like, oh, Tyler, no. That's literally me. But we are 4 hours up time. I am going to eat my dinner that's been sitting here before Luna really gets in there, and then I just don't eat dinner.
Oh, come eat.
I promise I'll eat. I swear I ate earlier today. I ate like way earlier today while I was in the middle of bird work. I was just looking for posts to put on the Birdism Facebook page, and I'm chowing down on like mini dumplings at the same time, like scooping them. So I promise I did eat. But I'm gonna eat dinner for real now.
Please.
I promise I will.
Give Luna a fry.
She gets a fry. She gets a very small fry, but she gets a fry. She's been patiently waiting. Go enjoy your skinless Nestle Crunch Tremor. I'm impressed you took the crunch out. But we will go raid somebody. I will be back tomorrow night with the part 2 of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 New Game Plus. Wednesday, a new Genshin update for the main story is out. It's technically out tomorrow night at 11 p.m., but obviously I'm not going to start that at 11 p.m., so we're going to start that Wednesday.
Right.
Keep our fingers crossed. I'm only a few single pulls away from 50-50. So, you know, either you're going to see on stream, either Okami's going to be really happy or we're going to have more memes to bully her with later.
Let's go, Kiki.
No, let's not. Let's not again. And then Thursday will be more Final Fantasy X too. So that's what the week is looking like. And we will start Limbo next week because that is the winner on the backlog. So we will start that next week. No, don't bully me.
Bully.
No, don't bully me. I still cry over that. Genshin has left me with scars I'll never recover from. It's called a gambling addiction. And it's called when you don't win. Anyway, let me see who is live right now. There's the socials for y'all. You don't have to follow any of them at all. Just feel free if you would like. I can finally upload this full series to YouTube. Huzzah. And let me see who is live right now that we can go hit up for a raid. Well, I am. Oh, there's not a ton of people live on. Okay.
Hydrate.
I promise I will hydrate. I promise for sure. Why don't we? Why am I just umming? But it looks like Dyer's doing some Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. I hope everyone who is enjoying that game is very much enjoying that game. And we will go say hello to Dyer, because Dyer is a sweetheart. And there is a read a message right here. I am going to like eat some chicken nuggets right now because I am really hungry. I promise I will. If you guys have sub emotes, feel free to replace those. Otherwise, woof, puppers, awoo. Awoo. And I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for the finale. And of course, Tylenus, I love you.
You too. Wow.
Wow. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. But remember, practice self-love. And just be good people. I mean, you're already good people, but I felt like the extra need. I don't know. I'm gonna end this on some wholesome note after that. I'm just crying. And you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow for more tears. Probably more tears at some point down the line, yeah. JT's probably going to personally attack me with more Xenoblade stuff, so, you know, that'll be fun.
JT for just tears.
JT for just tears. Because JT's going to come in and I'm going to just collect your tears in this vial for posterity. Alrighty guys, have a great rest of your day tomorrow, and I will, hopefully I will see you guys for some Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Have a good night, guys. Give Dyer my love. Bye-bye.
Bye.